true gentleman who did so much, not only for the town itself, but for many generations living here. Ask anyone in their 90s, 80s, 70s, to many in their 20s, not only do they know Ben, but they respect him. But more than that, many also loved him in Portishead too, in a similar way to how they loved their town. Portishead and Ben were one. He was embedded in Portishead lives. Whether it was longing or buying for a bicycle or toy, Ben Simper's name was spoken. Portishead Flower Show may not have survived without Ben Simper's devotion over many years, not forgetting his wife Pauline. Ben Simper's name will always be remembered for belonging to something good, but his character above all was honest and true. Sometimes I get the feeling I was back in the old days, long ago. When we were kids, when we were young, things seemed so perfect, you know. Young people were free to walk around in groups without someone at the lake grounds or dock calling the police. 20 years ago, our young people were not used by councillors in political games over a central skate park or skate ramp, so what changed? Then town councillors were highly regarded. Sometimes it seems like lately, I don't know, Portishead town council meetings are just for show, where those with the title councillor fail to stand up for what's right. When even the good councillors turn bad, as we saw last month, with the unjustified removal of residents' names in minutes, the hypocrisy and irony of this town council, saying they will include the names of those if it is to thank someone, but not if someone speaks in public participation. Thank you, Town Council, for inadvertently evidencing there is no GDPR legislation preventing names being put into the minutes. The bad things in council meetings used to be few. Those days are all gone now. But one thing is true, you can't turn back the clock and you can't turn back the Portishead tide. I'd like to go back one time on a roller coaster ride when politics in Portishead wasn't just a dirty game. But there is no use in sitting and thinking on what we did. We have to move forward for our children and grandkids. Sometimes it seems like lately, I don't know, our town councillors think it's better to sit back and go with the flow, accepting poor advice instead of researching facts themselves or actually listening to the people. How many of you actually phone the ICO to check your advisor's advice? But some things like the real town I love remains. When I stand here, I hope for change. Fortunately, it's already here. Town council is rather like a weather forecast. I'm relieved that two dark clouds have voluntarily chosen to move away from their position on town council. They regrettably hope to continue hovering over us at district level. Other clouds who dislike democracy will no longer worry us. One grey and indistinct front will not be here. In their place will be some light and hopefully transparency and warmth, like a breath of fresh air that will challenge any remaining clouds. The gloom in these meetings has, though, had notable rays of good. I have to say, Councillor Ross Cruz, your hard work for Portishead and its youth was much appreciated and valued. Councillor John Clark, we have not always agreed, specifically over the failure of the Town Council Wheels Working Group, but I respect you immensely for everything else. But whilst the old days are gone, as well as true people with complete integrity like Ben Simper, when I look and ask myself what is important, one thing's still true. It is that which has given us the best days of our lives. It is the town Ben Simper put his heart in. He was also at its heart. It is a town that has role models and respected characters like Ben Simper. My hometown of Portishead, despite the politics, I still love you. I can look forward to town council meetings in the future with a kinder heart.